Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Alright, we can take Professor of Symbology here, 2-drop 2-1 that lets you learn right when it enters. That's really good. I like the Kelpie Guide a lot too. But getting the free card as well as the body is actually really nice. Other good cards in here. I mean, Hunt for Specimens, I guess, actually does a pretty similar thing as Professor of Symbology. I wonder if that's even better. But it's a common and Professor's an uncommon. I wonder why that is. Just because it's a 2-1, but you get to gain the life off the Hunt for Specimens. Quite the dilemma. I think we'll go with the uncommon one. Just because I feel like I haven't even gotten a chance to play with the Professor very much. The rare was Fervent Mastery, not very good. There's quite a few learn cards in here. Cultivate, yeah, there's actually a lot of learn cards in here. Cultivate is good. Academic Dispute I haven't gotten to play with. I've played against it and been pretty impressed. If we take Professor, basically Lower Hold and Silver Quill are the two options we can go into, which are fine. All right, we could follow up with the Combat Professor here. It seems like a solid pickup. Or we could take the Environmental Sciences, which is a good lesson to find. Turns all your learn cards into a way to find a land and gain some life, which is valuable to have. Brackish Trudge is good too, but I think we just take the Professor. Cut White. Get a flyer. Professors really impressed me. Good evasion. So, yeah, we'll take that. Follow-up pick. Well, we can take Inkling Summoning now. That turns our Professor into immediately find an evasive creature. I like that. Owl and Shield Mage is good too, but this still sticks us to both Silver Quill or the other one that I just said. Lore Hold. Yeah, we'll take Inkling Summoning. I like Eliminate. I like the Shield Mage. I like the Spiteful Squad. A lot of good Silver Quill stuff in here, but let's go with the good lesson. All right, Confront the Past. Not actually very good. Unless you know you're playing against Planeswalkers. Here we probably take the Mage Hunter's Onslaught. The only white card in here is Aegis Guardian, and Onslaught is actually just solid removal. Pop Quiz is a good learn card. Plumb the Forbidden is surprisingly playable, but let's take the Onslaught. Well, Secret Rendezvous I don't like that much, but Pest Summoning I like a lot, so we can take that. Yet another solid learn target to find. Pledge Mage would be good, another Shield Mage would be good, but we'll go with the Pest Summoning, get the lesson. If we end up with some more evasion, I really think Pest Summoning does a good job of mucking up the board. Okay, here, looking at probably Pilgrim of the Ages, which is a pretty solid card. I like that it kind of just can trade things off early. You can get it later, gets you land to get to your late game stuff. There's not much else here. Super interested in Lorehold Apprentice, maybe if I wanted to go more of a Lorehold route, or Enthusiastic Study, same sort of argument, but we'll cut white for now. We have 3 pretty solid white cards. Okay, here we could take Cram Session if we wanted to get another learn card. This is kind of one of the more unexciting ones, unless you're in Witherbloom. Could take Reduced to Memory and find another lesson. Could take Study Break to get another learn card. Not bad. Or we could take the Eager First Year. Maybe I try and prioritize Learn a little bit higher. Would I rather gain 4 life? I feel like tapping the 2 things probably better than gaining 4 life. Or we could actually just take the lesson. Yeah, you know what? Wait, did I get it in time? No, I got Study Break. Well, so be it. We could take Campus Guide here. Professor of Zoomancy is quite strong. Campus Guide, just more ways to get lands and fix. I mean, Professor's clearly the strongest thing here, but could take the Eager First Year, which is okay. Probably just take the Guide over the Eager First Year. Guide lets you splash too, which is nice. All right. So, probably take another Learn card. Let's just assume Learn is going to be good for us and take it accordingly. Because we have 2 pretty solid lessons at the moment. So technically we can splash off a Campus Guide, but none of this really looks worthy of splashing. Maybe the Relic Sloth, because Lower Hold would be... Lower Hold is still an option, I guess, that we can end up playing. We really only have 3 black spells, but we'll see. Guess we could take yet another cram session, or we could take the Make Your Mark. Let's just take learn cards for now. It's a late Zimone. Or we could take Crushing Disappointment, but I'm not a huge fan of that card. Thrilling Discovery, Ageless Guardian, Secret Rendezvous. Well, I guess we'll take the Guardian. Maybe a sideboard option if we're up against aggro or something. Defend the Campus at least seems like a good sideboard card to me, if not main deck. And second to last pick, Apprentice. Maybe Lower Hold is something we can do. We'll see. Last pick, Cram Session. Well, I think it's more playable than that. All right, Hall of Oracles I actually like quite a bit. There's Rise of Exodus in here too, which is pretty good. We already have quite a few ways. I just like that Hall of Oracles is like a free card for the deck. And it just pump your guys every time you do a non-creature spell. It's really nice, especially with like Pest Summoning. There are summoning spells. I think we'll take it. Otherwise, I'd probably just slam a Rise of Excess, get a removal that finds, you know, a lesson, which is also amazing. Expanded Anatomy is a good lesson. But Hall of Oracles makes the deck, I think. And it's just like free pumps, which is just good. So, can take... It's not that much exciting stuff here, to be honest. Star Pupil, not that exciting. Could take another Cram Session. We got last pick last time, though. Maybe we just take the Stonerise Spirit, which I don't love, but it flies. Unless I take Elemental Summoning and assume we're dipping into Lower Hold. But this is also a Spirit, so I guess it has some synergy if we do end up Lower Hold. Okay. Harness Infinity. Can take Expel. It's some removal. Can take Intro to Prophecy. It's another lesson. Can take Pilgrim of the Ages. Just solid card in a vacuum. I'm okay taking the Expel. We're actually removal light at the moment. So, I usually don't love Expel, but I think there's a decent chance we find some more evasion along the way. And there's not that much else in here that I care about. Another Campus Guide, Promising Dusk Mage. Could just take the Enthusiastic Study if we assume Lower Hold is still an option. Haven't really played with the Promising Dusk Mage. I don't think it's that great. Campus Guide still lets us splash. You know what? I'm going to go Guide number 2. I'm probably more comfortable going 16 lands if I have 2 Guides and a Pilgrim as well. Or going 3 color and 17 lands. Probably 17, I guess, if we're doing Hall of Oracles, realistically. Well, can do the Devastating Mastery. Can do the Shadowing Laureate. Can do Rise of Exodus. 4 blue. It's not easy to cast this spell. And you really don't want to do the alternative cost. But I guess we can do Board Wipe. I really don't like Board Wipes in Limited in general, but guess we'll take it. Semester's End can do stuff with like Into the Battlefield effects. So it's good with Professor of Symbology. It's good with, I guess, Campus Guide, probably not. But it's good with Pilgrim of the Ages. Yeah, I suppose we can do it. It's better than I initially thought it was, I'll say that. Some good Lower Hold stuff in here. Still a chance we end up Lower Hold. I haven't figured it out yet. So we can take Expel. Problem with Devastating Mastery in this deck is I mean, we don't... If we don't end up with card advantage, it's not really going to do us a whole lot of good. Because, I mean, if our plan is to... do Beaming Defiance, or do I just do the Poet, go deeper black, or green with the Professor, splashing that, maybe Poet. Alright, Anatomy's a good lesson, we'll take it. We have plenty of learns, so let's get some lessons going. Team Pennant, Star Pupil, Elocution. None of these cards are really all that good. Maybe Pupil with Hall of Oracles, probably not, but... Cut White or take Elocution. I don't think Lumimancer is a plan I'm really all that fond of doing. Could do Infuse as like a splash combat trick. It doesn't seem that good. I'll just cut Elocution. It doesn't matter. Karak on the splash. I'm just going to cut White. I don't think we're playing the Vortex. Take another Poet just so we have some cheap threats, I guess. Poets are actually, I mean, they're fine in here because they can be evasive. I mean, you can, oh, Dramatic Finale. Well, there's a amazing card for us to pick up. It's going to be a deck-defining card to open, so that's good. And maybe, likely wheel the Cram Session. I'm not holding my breath, we'll wheel the Summoning. Divine Gambit we might wheel. Finale is definitely going to make our 2 Expel plan better, because then at least we're getting some evasive creatures when our dudes die. Really good with Pilgrim of the Ages, too. That's cool. Alright, well, let's get off this plan. And actually, Devastating Mastery is, well, unfortunately, no. It actually blows up our own Finale, so it's not very good. Cody. Or we could take the Witherbloom Pledge. We could take the Introduction, get a lesson. I mean, we kind of already have a deck, so maybe just getting utility lessons is a good idea. Creature Light, though, aren't we? I guess these count as creatures because they find them. That's true. Let's just take Intro to Annihilation. It's useful to have. So we can take Intro to Prophecy, too, if we want more tools. I mean, there's nothing else here we want, so I suppose. Actually, Pillar Drop Rescuer is a good one. Yeah, it's evasive, and it can get back some good things. Yeah, I think I'm on board with that. Inkcaster's good, but I think we want this Onslaught, because we don't have much targeted removal. We have 2 Expels, 2 Onslaughts would be good. I actually really like Inkcaster, but take the Onslaught. There was also a Hunt for Specimens in there, which would be good. So we could take the Auric Lore Mage, or we could take another Study Break, or we could take the Spirit Summoning. I mean, we already have a deck, so maybe Spirit Summoning. That's true. Yeah, more creatures to find. I'm okay with that. Plus, they get buffed with Finale, which is cool. They don't net you a 3/2 flyer, but not a big deal. So we could do Defiance, maybe just Dueling Coach. Not like an absolutely incredible card by any stretch, but certainly playable. And I guess we need some more creatures. We got all the summonings. Except Elemental, I guess. Which you can't play anyway. Strict Proctor. Well, it flies. It's a 1/3. Or we could take Leech Fanatic. Probably take the Proctor. We don't have that many into the battlefield effects, and I don't really want to play Star Pupil anyway. I guess it kind of hurts. Kind of hurts our... It hurts some of our stuff, but I'll consider it. So we can take 4 cram sessions. I mean, they're certainly playable. They're just not that exciting. I probably don't need another Stonerise Spirit. Team Pennant. Probably don't need that. Alright, we did get the Gambit back. I'll take it. Or I could take Expel. Maybe Expel's better. This deals with more things, though. Alright. I guess it's also Mystical Archive. I don't really like Divine Gambit, to be honest, but it is kind of a catch-all, so... Jeez, nobody likes Cram Session. I mean, it's not that great. It's just 4 life, but... Do we need 5? Probably not. We'll consider it, though. I mean, we have plenty of lessons to find. We have 5 lessons currently, so no shortage there. Just take the uncommon. 12 creatures. I don't know if that's going to work for me. Oh, I guess we can just take this. Do we have targeted stuff for Reflective Golem? I don't think so. We'll just take the Eager first here. Just get another 2-drop that randomly can attack or block. Well, do I like gaining 4 life or Study Break more? I feel like Study Break is probably better. Alright. Let's figure this out. I mean, we could be mono white if we really wanted to be, but I'm fine not doing that. So I think we are probably running 17 lands and 13 creatures. It's pretty light. Can get rid of the Elocution. Probably can get rid of Defend the Campus. Probably don't need 5 cram sessions. I mean, I could play Star Pupil in a pinch. I don't really want to. Might just have to accept running less creatures. Yeah, actually it's fine because that's true. We have more than 13 creatures because we have all the summonings and all these learn cards. So I think 5 cram sessions probably excessive. Yeah, we can probably cut 3 of them because then we have like 2 study breaks, 2 cram sessions, and a professor. So we still have 5 learn cards, which to me seems like plenty. How good is Semester's End in here? Well, it's good with Into the Battlefield effects, although not really when you have a Strict Proctor out, I guess. Are we just playing Mastery just cause? It's like a life insurance thing, I guess so. Still have to make 2 cuts. I don't want to cut any more learn cards. I might cut Semester's End. I like the card, it's a cool rare, but we're creature light as it is. And then final cut. Probably shouldn't be a creature, but it could be. What do I cut? Might just be Ageless Guardian, but that card is there to buy us time. Because I feel like our deck can do a lot in the late game. But would I rather just have like a 2/2 or would I rather have the 1/4? I mean, we're definitely not beating down, so maybe the Guardian is better than the Eager first year. Could get rid of the Stonerise Spirit. It doesn't particularly block well. It does give evasion, but I wonder if I'd rather just have like an Eager first year, especially with like Expels or Study Breaks. I don't know. Hmm. So what I think is on the chopping block is either an Ageless Guardian, an Eager First Year, or a Stone Rice Spirit. I think I'm going to cut the Stone Rice Spirit. It's got evasion, which is nice, but I think I'd rather have either 2 power or 4 toughness than 1 power, 2 toughness with flying, even with the upside, which is a fine upside. Well, it's certainly not a broken deck, but yeah, we probably want to run one more plains than swamp too. Although we do want to play our poets early. The thing is, we have Pilgrim and we have 2 campus guides to find all the white we need to cast Devastating Mastery. It's probably fine. Yeah, I like it. Alright, well, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright, round 1, we'll keep this. So I guess we can go Proctor into Guardian. Alright. Ooh, that was a good draw. So I guess we go Combat Professor first here. I mean, we could do the Finale first, because then it doesn't get countered. And more importantly, anything they kill of ours just turns into 3/2 flyers. That's true. Combat Professor lets us push through a little bit more damage, maybe. I mean, same amount of damage, but then we have a flyer. I'm going to go Finale. I want to get value for the rest of the game off of my creatures dying, so... Guess we don't have to show the Hall of Oracles just yet. Maybe I should have given Vigilance to the Proctor. I don't know. Why would they do that? Took the extra damage there. So why am I Proctor instead of the 3-2? Oops. Got a little too hasty there. So they can use Kelpie Guide to tap our Pilgrim of the Ages. They can also take a turn off and then tap. Well, it's not lethal, and... Oh, wait, it is lethal? Oh, because of the first strike. That's right. Sideboard. So I don't like Expel here. Although it does deal with some of their stuff. Ooh, I don't like that. Wonder if I'd rather just... Yeah, I think I might ditch out on Expel and maybe just bring in a couple more cram sessions, maybe. I'm not sure if this is better. It just sort of, I don't know, gives us more learn. I really don't like Expel against them. In a vacuum, I don't like Expel. But in particular, I don't like it in this matchup. All right. Yeah, it seems fine. We need some lands, but we're running 17, and we have 2 Campus Guides and a Pilgrim of the Ages, so we have a fair amount of things. Not a good trade for us, but I also just don't want to pay 2 life to get in every turn. That doesn't seem particularly good either. And Rescuer can always get back Poet, so it's not the end of the world. So I don't have to play the Rescuer here, but... Oh, I'm the one that's glitched? My clock's draining while I can't do anything? Okay, I guess I'll restart Arena then. Alright, so it used one of my timeouts. I think we're just going to hope they don't have the board wipe, because Rescuer at least brings back Poet, so... They have it, they have it. Alright. Now it definitely makes me think they don't have it, so that's cool. So I can onslaught that. But I think I'm just going to get in with everything here. Pay the poet life. Yeah, they're taking it too, which is surprising. So let's just go land, poet, guardian, pass. And it could very well be they still have draconic intervention, but we're all in. So it looks like they did have the intervention, which is unfortunate for us and very good for them, obviously. So we'll do a cram session. And I think we'll just get... Yeah, I think we'll just get a summoning going. Nice. So we'll do the professor. And probably the anatomy, actually. Does put them on a 2-turn clock. And they would need to have a kill spell plus... I mean, I guess they can do they could... So they'd have to have a... Let's just play it safe. Let's gambit first. Makes things trickier. Well, let's do the anatomy. Guess I didn't have to do anatomy there. But then they definitely trade with the summoning. That's true. Do they think it gave trample or something? Alright, so we beat Draconic Intervention, which is probably the best Draconic Intervention they possibly could have asked for. It's impossible for them to have asked for a better Draconic Intervention there, and we still won, which is interesting. Do I even want the Devastating Mastery? I feel like with the amount of late game value they have, and they're kind of explosive, I don't know if I even want it. But maybe I keep it. Just in case. I mean, I don't have anything sexier to bring in, so. Alright. I hope it wins me game 3 here. Alright, we can keep this. So we can go Strict Proctor. We actually have some options here. Well, yeah, now we want to do the Proctor. So we're going to go Proctor into Cram Session, Pump Proctor, attack for 2. Yeah, I like that. That's actually good. And then we can do it again. Cool. Actually, we even can do better than that, which is nice. We can go Session, some... Okay. I like it. Oh. Oh, I see. That's okay. We're still going to do the same plan here. Just slowly grow our flyers. Let's do... I guess we could do Anatomy. Kind of like that, actually. Because then next turn we can do Anatomy and Pump, and we're getting in for 5 Vigilance against a Pillar Drop Warden, which is pretty strong as it turns out. Oh, they're digging already, huh? Alright, well, we're going to go for it. I can't pass up 5 points of vigilant damage here, so... So, what do we want to do now? We can go Cram Session. Get the Inkling Summoning. In for 6. And maybe just play an Eager first year. Kind of makes sense, actually, because then we might just be able to win the game next turn with, like, Study Break. Yeah. Cool. Alright, we'll see you round 2. Alright, we'll play first. It's a nice keep. So, do we go Proctor or... Well, we don't want to do Proctor first because then... So I guess we do the Professor first. And we'll get Inkling Summoning. Because we do Proctor first, then our Symbology costs more to get going. So I can eventually kill that, but for now, probably just get in for 2 and play a Proctor, because I don't think we have any more. Could do the Poet too, but let's do Proctor. I like the idea of possibly turning off into the battlefield effects. Oh, plus then we can start pumping our flyer, yeah, with Hall of Oracles. I think that makes way more sense. Alright, I guess I'll take it. I'll bite. I mean, big play or the thing that gains 2 life. There are legitimately combat tricks that get us there, so. Let's do this one. Hall of Oracles is just such a good card in this deck. We're playing against Al Pacino, too. Wow. I didn't know. 81-year-old guys like to play this. I had no idea. What are we casting this turn? I guess Pilgrim gets us another land. That makes sense. Let's get in. Maybe I should have Mage Hunter's Onslaught for the big play. That's true. Because we do think they have big play. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my mistake. I successfully played around it before and then didn't even think about it this time around, so mistake on my part. So now I think we just go Pilgrim plus Arrogant Poet. So preventing auto tap from getting me here. I guess now we can at least Onslaught plus Pump. That's pretty good. Main phase Befuddler. Alright. I probably wouldn't have done that. Attacking. Huh. Unexpected, to say the least. Well, let's go with the Onslaught play then. I don't see charge through very often. Alright. Well, I guess we don't have to show my opponent any more cards, so that's good. Alright, so we're playing against Quandrix. They were unable to get lands that they needed to cast stuff, I'm assuming. Although they're playing some questionable stuff, like main deck Square Up, main deck Charge Through. Wonder if they just have some like Quandrix Pledge Mages in there or something. I'm not sure. As far as sideboard goes, Once again, we could dip out of Expels, but Expel actually, like, deals with Zimone, even if it's not attacking, so that's kind of cool. And all I would do is do what I did last time, just bring in more Cram Sessions, which just let us get more access to our toolkit. But I feel like Expel probably pretty good against Quandrix, just because Quandrix has some big fat fatties. But then again, they have card advantage as well, so I don't know what's more valuable, but for now we'll just leave them in and assume they're going to do something. Well, this is definitely a keep because it's a good hand. We've got Dramatic Finale, arguably the best card in our deck. I don't even know if I need to make an argument for that. This card is really strong. We've got Divine Gambit, so I guess technically we have some removal. But we also have 2-drops galore, which is nice. Campus Guide. Well, yeah, we'll go Poet first. Campus Guide, I guess this kind of makes us do... It doesn't make us do Campus Guide next turn, so... I mean, we're going to do it now, but... Technically, it didn't make us do it. But now we're going to get Dramatic Finale online, which is sweet. So, I guess we can get another black mana. We need 4 to do Devastating Mastery, but... Once I cast Dramatic Finale, I don't think I'm too big on casting Mastery anyway. We'll pre-combat this in case they have the Befuddler. Uh-oh. Well, they negated our strongest spell. That's not good. So I guess we'll go Cram Session. We'll get Summoning. We can counter on the Poet. Do this. And get in for 5. We'll do this. I could have spread the counters, but I think it makes the most sense on Poet because it can fly. But looks like it's not going to matter here. Alright, we'll see for round 3. Alright, we'll play first. Oh yeah, I guess got our 2 strongest cards. What's funny about this hand is no black mana, but somehow we ended up getting all of our white spells, so that's cool. That worked out okay. I guess we need to question whether we want to do the Dramatic Finale first here, huh? Yeah, these two really don't belong in the same deck together, do they? Not a huge deal, just something I noticed. Divine Gambit with Devastating Mastery, on the other hand, is actually kind of cool. I guess if we're not doing the finale, we can do this for now. I guess we're still a ways away from this Devastating Mastery. I can't do the finale now. But we can do Gambit, and they can get another creature. Which isn't great, but then we very well may be able to get them with Mastery next turn, which is good. Alright, this is fine. Maybe they'll play another creature. If not, I might need to be willing to take a hit or two. The question is, do I want to wait one more turn? I think I'm going to. Oh. The best creature they could get was Spiteful Squad. Whatever. I'll cast it. The problem is if they don't cast anything, it does make us take 6 damage, which is not great. Plus, I need to get this finale down. I don't know. They're missing land drops. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't the right call. Taking 6 damage is not great, as it turns out. So I can get a second black mana to cast my Onslaught, but I gotta be honest, I really don't want more lands right now. I mean, I admit I'll eventually need them, but I'm just gonna hope to find a swamp along the way. I think creatures are kind of more valuable to us right now, or Cram Session, or whatever. Sure. Uh-oh. We can deal with our dramatic finale now. Ooh, Rescuer. That's cool. So I can get my campus guide back. Or I can get the Eager First Year back. Maybe we'll do the campus guide now. I don't know. Get the black mana. I suppose so. I gotta be honest, I don't really want to, but it's what we're gonna do. Sure. So we'll take the campus guide, and I guess we'll find the black mana. Because I think if they intro to Annihilation our dramatic finale, then at least we can smash back, we can deal with their 4-3. Oh, perfect. Just in case they have Expel, I guess we'll just do this. I'm trying to think how much I like Expels this game. I still kind of like them, because dealing with Spiteful Squad, exiling it is nice. I want to give the Professor Vigilance in case they have Expel. I didn't see if they kept it on top. I missed it. It's pretty cool. Guess if they use Unwilling Ingredient, they haven't found what they needed yet, would be my guess. Or they have, but they're just planning to do it anyway. If they have the extra mana. Six open mana, huh? Sure. So we can go Study Break. And we can get Inkling Summoning, or we can do Expanded Anatomy. I'd rather split my targets up, so I'll do the Summoning. That keeps the Campus Guide back. It's actually pretty good. Alright, so we can do Cram Session. I guess Pest Summoning makes the most sense here. So we're actually a learn spell away from winning here, because we can find expanded anatomy, pump our dude, and go right over top. So that's kind of cool. Now, well, they can't pump out their historian, so I guess that's okay. Thinking about taking out the expels. I said they were okay here, which is true, but just expel is pretty bad in general. In a vacuum, it's just not that great. For some reason, I thought they couldn't afford the second illustrious historian, but I guess I was wrong. I might as well take it. That way a removal spell might get us there too. Perfect. Cool. So I think we're at least going to dip out of one expel and maybe just do another cram session. Honestly, I could see myself being on board for just dipping all the expels. But it really does leave us pretty removal light at that point. I don't know if it matters. It might just be better for our deck to just be not worrying about trying to expel 3/2s. I don't know. I just don't really like it here. It's cool against Spiteful Squad, admittedly, but Guiding Voice, they're playing a ton of them. They just dig up stuff. They have so many bodies to work with. It just makes expel bad. Like if I had instant speed spot removal, so I could kill things in response to trying to Guiding Voice, I think it would make sense. But this there to get value, it's just not, I don't think it's good enough. So we'll just do a boatload of cram sessions, I guess. Plenty of cram sessions crammed in here. It's a good hand. So we can do Professor into Pilgrim. I like getting the flyer. And then we're not going to cast it until turn 4, which I think makes sense. Could have waited on that, I guess. I mean, what's nice is next turn I can go Hall of Oracles, summoning, pump my summoning, which is actually pretty good. Yeah. I think we can even attack here. Summoning pump. We have the cram session that gains life too. I kind of like this. And study break, so that's cool. No plays there. So we can do the study break. I don't mind it. Is there something else I'd rather do? Guess I can onslaught the spirit. Because I can still Hall of Oracles. If they can use kill spells on it, it's really not that bad for us. Well, I want to kill that. So Hall of Oracles is going to be doing stuff every turn, so that's kind of cool. And if they kill Pilgrim, sure. We've got a lot of gas in hand here, so not too bad a shape. No, they're finding gas too, so certainly not making it easy on us. Oh, and then we find our own gas. And we get Professor back? Wow. That's pretty awesome. So we don't want to do that. I can get Pilgrim back too, but then I can't cast it. No, let's do Professor. We can get... This makes way more sense. We can learn too. So, do we have a flyer now? Yeah, the Rescuer. So we'll do the Expanded Anatomy. Yeah. That makes the most sense. So we can go Land, Anatomy. So we can attack with the Rescuer, and in response to them giving Spiteful Squad flying, we can tap it and the Rescuer. Because they're either doing that or Illustrious Historian. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to attack. I'm surprised they didn't get flying, actually. Oh, they are doing it. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. This is way better. Yeah. So now we can go tap these two. We can get Introduction to Annihilation going, or more monsters. This exiles, though, which is pretty sweet. I could see doing Introduction. We don't need to cram Session yet. No, we technically can. So they don't have 4 mana to give flying with the Stonerise Spirit now, which I think is actually kind of important. So Let's... So we can actually intro the Stonerise Spirit now. So then they can't do it next turn either. They do get to draw off of it. But then we can put counter here. Attack for 5 flying. And then play the Poet. So now they can't get flying to the Spiteful Squad. Alright, cool. Well, we took the draft with this deck. I'm kind of surprised, since we never went off with Dramatic Finale. We did get to cast the Mastery one whole time. But yeah, this deck shockingly did much better than it would appear to. So yeah, this is probably a deck that really argues for just abuse lessons and learning as often and as much as you possibly can. Because it turns out using your sideboard as a toolkit mid-game is just very valuable when you have a pretty good toolkit. And our toolkit was good. We had removal, permanent pump, all sorts of different types of creatures. Yeah, so learn maybe is good even on cards that are pretty bad otherwise. All right, well, Hall of Oracles was insane, so that was fun. All right, let's open some packs, shall we? So pack one, pick one. I would take probably Combat Professor. Oh, actually, no, I'd take Emergent Sequence. I love this card. 2 mana ramp that also nets you a creature, and it fixes, and it's 2 mana. Yeah, I think we go Emergent Sequence. Close, though, with Combat Professor, which is another card I love. All right, here. Looks like probably another Emergent Sequence. I like my 2-drops more than my 4-drops typically, and I don't know, I just feel like this card does a lot. Lets you get to your 4-drops on turn 3, as well as nets you a creature. It's just, really does you a lot. A lot of favors. Alright, here, I think first pick, we'd probably go Pest Summoning, just because it's an excellent lesson to dig up. And, yeah, it works in, 4 different archetypes, so keep your options open. Here, I would probably take the decent options here, actually. Quintorius is surprisingly awesome, but I guess I would go with Rise of X. It's removal that just ends up being worth it with the learn. Just removal that digs up anything for you out of your sideboard, the toolkit. Can't get away from lesson learned now, I guess, can we? Alright. This one looks like it's probably Dragon's Guard Elite, which is just a great card. Just grows so fast. There's Igneous Inspiration in here too, though, which this pack is actually just stacked with goodies. But I'd probably still just go with the rare, even over Inspiration, which is an amazing card. 3 damage to any target and learn. Really nuts, but this card is nuts too. And it just comes down so fast and potentially gets big so quickly. And then next... last but not least, I like Electrolyze. I'd probably go Symmetrist. 4 mana, 4/4 reach that attacks with Trample. Real strong. Real strong card there. Even at 4 mana, well worth the cost. And that way it doesn't make me go into gold right away. Alright. Well, happy to get a win. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you for the next one.